How's it going, everybody? My name is Biffy, and I'm going to be doing another episode of Space Engineers today. But before the video starts, I just want to say how much this game uses in CPU power. It slows down the gameplay recording and everything, so I'm going to do things a little differently today. Hopefully it works, but with how much as it processes and just the way things are in this game, it is a little weird. So sorry if it looks a little laggy and the voice doesn't match up 100% all the way. Thank you. Let's play. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today, you might hear stuff in the background shooting. That's just the cannons that are, or the guns that are like automatically placed onto this server whenever we start. This one's been firing for a little bit though, so let me see if we can put a stop to this. What is this? Shit. What's happening here? The thing's dead. It's dead. What are you doing? Okay, so for what we're doing today in the game, I'm going to be continuing the build on this. It's a very poor representation of the space shuttle, but hopefully by the time I get finished with this, it'll actually look somewhat decent. I'm just trying my best here, okay? It's my first ship I've ever built on here, and it's actually coming along not so bad. Not as bad as I suspected it to go. So I'm actually fairly happy. So I've got my cockpit here. I really want to like do this, but I want to be able to see up. I don't even know if this thing's gonna be like able to be airborne, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if this thing's actually gonna work. I don't know anything about building in this game. This is literally my first spacecraft, so I do not know anything typically. Okay, so basically I'm not really concerned about how it looks 100%. I just want it to be like where you can recognize it. So I'm gonna get my phone out here, what I was doing when I started this thing, because I wanted to go like wanted to go off of a picture here, and since these blocks are square, what better way to do this than look up Lego representation of this. So here we go. And like I said, I'm not really concerned about the mechanics, like, because typically on the space shuttle this thing opens up. I just want to build something kind of small just to see if I can actually get this thing off the ground, because I was having issues with this before where I couldn't really get it off the ground, and I couldn't figure out why. I don't know exactly how we're gonna enter this thing either, and takeoff is gonna be a little bit iffy as well, because typically the orbiters, what they do whenever they go to take off is they are attached to rockets, fuel rockets that they're like stage rockets, like, you know, like the little ones that you get when you you know, your little model rockets, you know what I'm talking about. And see, the thing about building these spacecraft as well is that you actually have to make sure that you leave room to put your reactors, your oxygen, which we don't necessarily need oxygen because, you know, we're not going to be getting up and moving around in this thing. But for other spacecraft in the game, you have to make sure that there's those capabilities, which that makes this game's physics and everything else about it just even that much more amazing. Like I said, not super concerned about like how it looks or anything like that right now, at least. I mean, if this ship just makes me cry whenever it takes off, then I mean I might have to, you know, come back and dress her up a little bit, but as of right now, I'm just doing this just to test out my engineer skills to see if I'm a worthy space engineer. And if I am, then we'll go a step further, and we'll build a bigger ship, or maybe a space station that is designed for building spaceships, spacecraft rather. We're gonna do 2 on each one. That looks good. Looks good to me. So the only downside is the downside. I actually need to get good conveyors on this, so I need to go to conveyor cargo blocks. Small conveyor sorter. Small conveyor. Cargo container. I just need conveyor. Convey. Okay. Junction. Conveyor tube. Conveyor. Curved conveyor tube. Okay. That's a big one. That's a really big junction. That's huge. That's huge. Can we get rid of that one maybe? Small conveyor. There we go. Alright, now we gotta get this conveyor to actually go inside the ship, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fly up here just so we're inside. Damn it. There we go. Alright, so now I can do straight conveyor. And then let's see here. This is where it gets tricky. I'm just gonna go ahead and put another all block tube on here. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna turn the ship off, I guess. But that's where we're gonna be going. Super duper quiet in this little room, because outside you can hear like a little bit of like a whirring sound, like there's, but in here it's like actual like fucking space noises and shit, like super quiet, you know. Okay, so we need to put a reactor in here. That's gonna be what gives us power. No gyroscope, a reactor. That's what we need in here. We need this right here. Okay, so we got that. Oh shit, there we go. We've got power. Okay. Alright, so the ship is off. I don't think it needs double power though. I think it just needs at least 1. So for now we're just gonna do just 1. Okay. Now I need to figure out, I'm just gonna build a big hole here in the floor that's gonna be my access point to getting outside. Because now that we've essentially got power to our hydrogen thrusters, yeah, sure. They need fuel. Where's that fuel going to come from? It's going to come from our hydrogen fuel tanks. But I need to turn this back on and see exactly if our thrusters are on, or I think they're on. I'm pretty sure they're on. It sounds like they're on. Okay, they're not. Great. Okay. Another shitty part to building this, oh, God, is that there's dogs everywhere, every time. Nobody look! This is gonna be bad. Okay. We have to get rid of these so we can put on our hydrogen fuel tank. I'm pretty sure there's smaller ones. But for now, I guess these will just have to work. Okay, so there we go. That's what they look like when they have power on. Right? Good stuff. Alright, so that's good. So that's basically the whole fucking ship right there. Is there any windows that are smaller than this? Like, why can't I have itty bitty windows? Like, windows that are small enough to be blocks, little square blocks. So basically, I guess there's no other way that I can put windows in this. So what I'm gonna do is test it out now. I should have enough thrusters to get me sort of up. But here we go. This is test number 1, just to see if it'll work. We've got our hydrogen thrusters placed like dampeners all throughout. We've got a reactor here to power our cockpit. We've got our fuel tanks. Everything's connected. Theoretically, I don't know if I'm going to have to configure any of this crap by myself before takeoff. But let's give this a shot here. We'll just see. Alright, there we go. Alright, everything's on. See, I turn off my power and my ion thrusters just go off. So, that's weird. Alright, my dampeners. Alright. The best thing I can say that we can do is turn off the landing gears. And we can try to move forward. Alright, so that didn't work. We took off for a second, but hold on. We're stuck here on this block. I need to make sure that that's not happening again. Are they seriously already that low? My hydrogen? This is like how not to build a ship. Let's call the episode that. How not to build a ship with Biffy. Alright, so it's just not enough to give me lift. So that's the problem. Alright, so I know I wanted this to look like the orbiter. And you know, this actually would work. Because the orbiter is only supposed to go up. That's the funny thing about all this, is that the orbiter is supposed to just go up. So in order to get lift, I need to have downward facing hydrogen thrusters. A downward facing hydrogen thruster. Right? Here we go. There we go. There we go, son. Nice. So my ion thrusters and my hydrogen thrusters are actually working quite nicely. Like, they are working to performance. They aren't getting me left or right 100%, but they are working. Oh shit. Was that the fuel? Was that all the fuel? Am I just coasting? Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no, come on. Oh shit. Alright, we're gonna crash, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to slow this down as much as possible. But we're going at 100 meters per second, I guess. I don't know what the measurement is on that. We're go. Oh! There it went. Let's look at the damage. Yeah, so I guess what happened was, yeah. I guess my, fuel tanks went out of commission before there was enough to provide lift. So, there's that. Well, join me next time in my adventures on building a space shuttle. I'm probably going to build another orbiter, just like I did here. Except next time I'm going to try to get it to where I can build it where it's sitting straight up. So when it takes off, I won't have to worry about lift and then thrust. You know? The only thing I'll have to worry about is just straight lift. Just thrusting into outer space. So, let me talk to my dog friend for a second. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Next time I will have more research done. And hopefully we can prevent tragedies like this. In all seriousness, things like this happen sometimes. I know back a long time ago there was something called the Challenger. I forgot what mission it was, but there were several people on the crew that died. I'm not making light of that being funny or anything. That was truly a tragedy. Everything like that really happened. It was very sad. But I am going to build another one of these to kind of look like that, because the orbiters look really, really cool, and I'm super excited to be able to build something like that. So next time it'll be much better. And thank you guys so much for watching this. If you liked it, don't forget to press the like button, subscribe to the channel, take it easy, keep it real. Damn on.